Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about a trip down memory lane. We just got a chance to make the very first Dairy Queen burger. If you guys want to see how we make this classic, here we go. All right, to get started, I've mentioned several times before that our communication back and forth with you guys, I think, is excellent. We love getting inspiration from you guys, and this episode is no different. We got an email from the guy that's been a supporter for a long time, and I'd love to be able to share a story because it really hit me at the core. I mentioned before, I wish culinary history was taught. Obviously, I'm a culinary guy, but just the amount of food that Americans consume, the history to me is incredible, and I really want to share this story, so bear with me. Okay, this is the whole catalyst behind this, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. From 1957 to 1977, my dad, Dean, owned a Dairy Queen restaurant at the corner of 24th Street and Van Buren in Phoenix, Arizona. I grew up in the back room of it and got a little older. Started working the deep fryer, eventually moved to the grill, salad table, eventually the window/register. My dad was the first Dairy Queen in the world to offer food, and it's an interesting story. Caught my attention right away. Perhaps around 1955, they tore up the road, and then the construction company went out of business. My dad's business plummeted to near zero, so we went to DQ and asked to allow them to sell food. They initially said no, so he told them he was going to drop the franchise name and rebrand it as Dean's Place, and they said, "Don't be hasty." At the time, it was the #1 Dairy Queen in America until the street closure. His wild success with food spurred DQ to create their Blazer brand of food. They asked him to rebrand and swap out his old Lincoln flat top for the charbroiler, and he told them to pound sand. Right on, brother. His burgers were really unique, and I want to share his method for you to be able to share it to the world. So here's a quick rundown of how they make it, and I'm going to try my dangest to give it 100%. We have 50/50 table salt and black pepper. We have an 85/15 burger. That's about a quarter pound, and it should be about a half an inch larger than the bun. We have a sesame seed bun. We have some good slather of mayo. We have chili sauce, 3 pickles. We have some onion, a beefsteak tomato, lettuce, 90% shredded lettuce, and 10% purple cabbage. All right. We have American cheese because we do love American cheese, and that was optional, so we're going to add it. So for this video, I give homage to that. I think it's an incredible story. Let's see how we do it.
Dean's Dairy Queen burger.
Alrighty, our flat top's coming up to temperature. One key note that he mentioned, their griddle hovered around 350 on average. So we're gonna cook our burgers at 350 and cook our buns about 300 degrees. All right, first things first, let's get some prep work knocked out. Small diced white onion. Some finely shredded lettuce. Purple cabbage. This was probably the one ingredient that caught me off guard. This cabbage itself was over $6, considering it's 10% of just the lettuce. I would say you could probably omit it. I don't know if you're going to get that much flavor, but out of respect of the recipe, we're definitely going to use it.
I would bet that Dean was not paying $6 for a head of cabbage in 1950.
Golly, that's the truth. All right, 10%. So just looking at eyeballing it, finely shredded. Something like that, okay? Just give that a quick mix. My wife's already called me out and said that that's not 10%. I apologize. I'll do better. You just tell me when, honey.
That's probably good.
That's good, okay. All right, so there's the 10% and there's the lettuce. We have our 85/15 beef, and we need to portion out about a quarter pound. You gonna make 2 of them today?
Why not?
That's my girl. Good job.
I mean, what I'm really going to be missing is my chocolate-covered cherry blizzard with chocolate ice cream, though.
You are a Dairy Queen fan. All right, just to show you, we're shooting about 350. Now we got our patties. You're supposed to form them to a 1/2 inch thick, about 1/2 inch to a quarter. What do you say?
1/2 inch larger than the bun.
1/2 inch larger than the bun. Well, we know that my press is 5.5 to 6 inches. So that looks pretty good right there. You agree?
Yep.
All right, so we'll mimic the other one. All right, we got our buns toasting about 300 degrees. We got our beef patties, 350 degrees. Seasoned liberally with salt and pepper. All right, right before we flip, we're gonna take these bottom buns off. Let our burger cook. No cheese at this time. But while this is going, let's go ahead and assemble our burger. Each one will be paired the same. Nice slather of mayo. I'm on board with that. Some chili sauce. On board with that. A little bit of diced onion. 3 pickles per. The lettuce and purple cabbage. Beefsteak tomato. This is how they do it. The cheese. Top it with a patty. Top it with a bun. And now we're supposed to wrap it for 30 to 60 seconds. So I got my deli paper here. And that right there is the first Dairy Queen burger. That's pretty neat. You kind of like doing those?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
It looks good.
It does. You know what's funny making this is I've made a burger in the past and I'll put the toppings on the bottom and got absolutely roasted no end. How bad I was. I sucked. People unsubscribed because I put the toppings on the bottom because I thought it protected the bun from getting soggy. And here it is, the first Dairy Queen burger ever invented, and the toppings are on the bottom. This is pretty neat. It's been 60 seconds. That's probably about the longest 60 seconds somebody can ask for. I'm gonna cut this one in half just so we can share it. We'll eat the other one inside. Keep it warm. There you go.
Oh, it looks good.
I mean, I'm on board with all the toppings. You know, sometimes I like burger with toppings, sometimes I don't, but I'll give it a good shot. It tastes extremely familiar. I mean, it's classic, it's iconic. The chili sauce comes through. The tomato adds a little sweetness to it. I like a good slather of mayo. I'm a good pickle and onion type of guy. I always put cheese on my burgers. It's good. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I mean, I'll have that twice on Sundays. Matter of fact, I might have 2 today.
It was good. I like the cabbage. It's almost like a little bit crunchier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like another element of texture.
Thank goodness we did 10%, not 8%. Mentally, I love doing this. This is what it's all about. I really enjoyed this one. I understand the concept, the idea, the history, and it's pretty cool. So if you guys have something like that you guys want to share with us, love to see what your history is involved, because it's pretty neat what happens around the world, what happens around the country, and just glad to be a part of it. If you guys are interested, we have a join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle Group on Facebook, where stuff like this happens all the time. So we appreciate each and every one of you for taking time to take your pictures, show us your process, and I'm telling you, we get inspiration from you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share with your friends. Peace.
It is a pretty burger too.